You've been waiting your whole life for something to change, waiting for luck, waiting for support, waiting for the right time. But the truth is brutal. No one is coming to save you. The world isn't waiting for your potential. It's moving without you. You can cry, complain, blame, or you can build. Because the Stoics knew something most people can't accept, that self-rescue is the foundation of strength. Marcus Aurelius didn't beg for easier days, he became stronger for harder ones. Epictetus, born a slave, didn't sit in pity, he forged an unbreakable mind in chains. They understood one thing clearly: your life is your responsibility. You've been lied to. You've been told that someone will notice your effort, that one day help will come, that someday things will just get better. They won't. Not until you do something about it. It's not cruel, it's liberating. Because once you realize no one's coming, you stop waiting. You stop making excuses. You stop begging for motivation and start manufacturing it. You learn to lead yourself. You learn to fight your battles with your own hands, to heal your wounds with your own patience, and to rise without applause. That's what Stoicism teaches: radical ownership. The power of standing alone in your pain and saying, even if no one helps me, I'll still move forward. You can either be the victim of your circumstances or the architect of your comeback. Every moment you spend waiting for help is a moment wasted from building your future. So stop expecting someone to understand you. Stop hoping someone will carry you. No one will. And that's the best thing that could ever happen to you. Because it means everything from now on depends on you. When you finally accept that no savior is coming, you become dangerous. You start walking with purpose. You stop asking for permission. You stop chasing validation. You build, you act, you conquer. That's the day your real life begins, the day you stop waiting to be saved and decide to save yourself, because the Stoic truth is simple. You are your own rescue mission, and the clock is ticking. Your feelings are not truth, they're signals. And most of the time, they lie to protect your comfort, not your growth. You say you're tired, you're not, you're unfocused. You say you're unmotivated, you're not, you're undisciplined. You say you're lost, you're not, you've just stopped moving. The Stoics understood this centuries ago. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." And that's exactly what you're doing, suffering from stories you tell yourself. Your mind whispers, you can't. Your heart believes it. And your potential D's, not because you're weak, but because you never challenged the voice that lied to you. Understand this: your emotions are survival tools, not compasses. They were built to keep you safe, not successful. So when things get hard, your feelings scream, stop, slow down, retreat. But your destiny whispers, keep going. You're almost there. That's where the Stoic stands firm. He doesn't deny emotion, he masters it. He feels fear but acts anyway. He feels pain but keeps moving. He feels doubt but refuses to bow. Emotions are guests. They visit, they pass, they fade. But the Stoic builds his life on principle, not mood. You don't wait to feel ready. You act, and readiness follows. Look at Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, yet every day he faced anxiety, pressure, and fatigue. He didn't surrender to feelings. He observed them like clouds passing by. He said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." And that's the difference between those who dream and those who build. Because when you're ruled by feelings, you're a slave. One insult ruins your day. One failure crushes your confidence. One doubt kills your drive. But when you control your emotions, you become untouchable. Stop giving your feelings the authority to define your life. You are not your sadness. You are not your anger. You are not your fear. You are the awareness beneath them. The Stoic truth is harsh but freeing. Your feelings lie to you every day, telling you that pain means stop, that fear means failure, that comfort means happiness. They don't. Pain means progress. Fear means expansion. And comfort means stagnation. So the next time you feel tired, move anyway. The next time you feel afraid, act anyway. And the next time your feelings whisper lies, answer with action. Because feelings fade, but your discipline. That's what builds your destiny. Remember, the Stoic doesn't obey emotions. He commands them. Memento mori. Remember, you will die. Thy 3 words. Simple, brutal. Yet this is the most awakening truth Stoicism ever gave the world. You don't like to think about death. You hide from it. You live like you have infinite tomorrows, scrolling, delaying, wasting. But the Stoics knew, the one who remembers death lives fully. Right now, as you listen, time is slipping through your fingers. The seconds you spend doubting yourself, complaining, envying others, they're gone forever, and you don't get refunds in life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now." Let that determine what you do and say and think. He wasn't being dark, he was being awake. Because when you truly understand that every sunrise might be your last, you stop wasting time and start living with urgency. The average person acts like life is a rehearsal. They say, one day I'll start my business. One day I'll get disciplined. One day I'll travel. One day I'll become who I'm meant to be. But one day doesn't exist. There's only this day. The Stoic doesn't fear death. He fears not living before it arrives. He wakes up each morning ready to meet life with clarity and purpose. He doesn't complain about time. He commands it. You think you have time. You think you're safe because you're young. You think there will always be more opportunities. But people younger than you died yesterday. People with more plans than you, gone. The clock doesn't care about your goals. It only moves forward. Memento mori isn't meant to depress you. It's meant to ignite you, to remind you that every wasted hour is a piece of your soul you'll never get back. So ask yourself, if today was your last day, would you still waste it in hesitation? Would you still complain about how hard life is? Or would you finally live unapologetically, purposefully, intensely? This is your wake up call. You don't have time to wait for motivation. You don't have time to stay stuck in the past. You don't have time to keep replaying excuses. You have one life, and it's vanishing second by second. The Stoics faced death not with fear, but with fire because they knew mortality makes meaning. Death gives life its shape. It turns every moment into something sacred. So from this second on, live like a man who knows the truth. You are dying. Every breath is a countdown. Every choice, a statement of what truly matters. Don't deal with your dreams still inside you. Live so fiercely that even death will be proud to take you. Because the Stoic way isn't to fear the end, it's to earn it. Most people think discipline is a cage. They think it limits them, restricts them, traps them. But the truth is brutal. Lack of discipline is the real prison. You say you want freedom, to wake up when you want, do what you want, live how you want. But when you live without control, you become a slave to impulses, moods, and distractions. You think you're free, but you're chained to laziness, pleasure, and comfort. The Stoics knew better. Marcus Aurelius ruled the greatest empire on earth, yet he lived by routine, reflection, and restraint. Epictetus, once a slave, became freer in mind than the men who owned him. How? Discipline. Discipline is the ability to command yourself. To tell your body to move when it wants to rest, to tell your mind to focus when it wants to wander, to tell your emotions, you don't lead me, I lead you. That's real freedom. Freedom isn't doing whatever you want. It's having the strength to do what's right, even when you don't want to. When you master discipline, you don't chase motivation, you create it. You don't wait for the perfect moment, you become the moment. You don't waste your life reacting to chaos, you shape chaos into order. The man with discipline doesn't need luck, he doesn't need constant inspiration. He just shows up. Every day, every time, no matter how he feels. Because discipline isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. The Stoic trains his mind the way a warrior sharpens his sword, daily, deliberately, with purpose. He doesn't fight the world until he's conquered himself. The truth is, your dreams don't care about your feelings. Success doesn't listen to excuses. Time doesn't wait for your comfort. Time doesn't why discipline, or you disappear with regret. Look around. The undisciplined are always stuck, waiting for energy, waiting for motivation, waiting for the right time. But the disciplined man, he doesn't wait, he moves, and that's why he wins. Discipline is what turns potential into power. It's what transforms chaos into clarity. It's what separates the ordinary from the unshakable. Every time you choose discipline, you build freedom. Freedom from fear, freedom from regret. Freedom from the weakness that once controlled you. The Stoic doesn't seek comfort, he seeks control. Because when you can control yourself, nothing outside can ever control you. So wake up early, do the work. Stay calm under pressure. Repeat until it's not effort, it's identity. Because in the end, your discipline will give you what motivation never could, a life you command. That's the paradox the weak never understand. Discipline isn't restriction, it's liberation. And once you master it, you become unstoppable. Everyone runs from pain, but the Stoic runs toward it because pain is not punishment. It's instruction. Every hardship, every heartbreak, every failure, it's not there to destroy you. It's there to shape you. Life doesn't hand out strength. It forges it through struggle, through disappointment, through suffering. And the ones who grow through it become unbreakable. Seneca wrote, "Fire tests gold. Adversity tests brave men." That's the truth no one wants to hear. You don't grow from comfort, you grow when everything hurts and you still move forward. Pain is the universe's most honest feedback. It tells you what needs to change. It tells you what still controls you. It tells you who you really are when there's nowhere left to hide. You can either fight pain or learn from it, because every time you resist it, you stay weak. But every time you accept it, you evolve. Think about it. Every great transformation in your life started with pain. That heartbreak that made you wiser. That failure that forced you to level up. That betrayal that taught you who deserved your loyalty. Pain didn't ruin you. It revealed you. The Stoics didn't fear suffering. They studied it. They understood that pain is the greatest mentor you'll ever meet because it doesn't lie, it doesn't flatter, and it doesn't care about your comfort. It only cares about your becoming. When life hits you, it's not saying give up. It's saying pay attention. The lesson is hidden inside the blow, but most people are too busy feeling sorry for themselves to learn anything from it. A Stoic doesn't ask, why me? He asks, what can this make me? Because that question turns suffering into power, it turns pain into purpose. Marcus Aurelius faced loss, betrayal, sickness, war. Yet he wrote, what stands in the way becomes the way. Read that again. The obstacle is the path. The pain is the progress. You can't escape pain, but you can use it. You can let it carve you into someone sharper, wiser, stronger, or you can run from it and stay exactly the same. The Stoic knows that the gym for the soul isn't made of weights, it's made of suffering. Every hardship is a workout for your character. Every struggle builds emotional armor. Every loss trains your gratitude. So the next time life hurts, don't break, don't complain, just whisper, teach me. Because when you embrace pain instead of avoiding it, it stops being your enemy and becomes your greatest ally. Remember this, pain doesn't destroy the strong, it creates them. And when you learn to welcome it, you become something pain can't touch anymore, a Stoic built in fire, unstoppable in spirit. Here's the truth that'll set you free, and it might sting at first. Most people don't care. They don't care about your struggles. They don't care about your excuses. They don't care about how hard life's been for you because they're too busy fighting their own battles. And that's not cold, it's clarity. Because once you stop expecting the world to care, you finally take full control of your life. You keep worrying about what people think, about how you look, how you sound, whether they approve. But the Stoics knew, opinion is wind, and the wind changes direction every day. Marcus Aurelius said, you want praise from people who kick themselves every 15 minutes. That's reality. Everyone's lost in their own chaos, trying to look strong while quietly breaking inside. No one's judging you as much as you think. They're too busy trying to survive their own storms. So stop living for applause. Stop seeking validation. Stop waiting for people to notice your effort. They won't, and they don't have to. Your work, your growth, your journey, it's for you. The Stoic doesn't crave attention. He moves in silence. He builds in private. He lets results speak the language words never could. You see, most people are spectators. They watch, they gossip, they compare. But the Stoic is a creator. He acts, he builds, he becomes. That's why he wins. When you realize no one's coming to cheer for you, you stop performing for others and start performing for purpose. You stop explaining yourself. You stop trying to prove your worth. Because you understand your worth isn't up for debate. It's proven by your discipline. The truth is, most people only care when you succeed, and even then, it's temporary. They'll cheer, they'll envy, they'll forget. That's human nature. So why waste energy trying to impress ghosts? The Stoic walks a lonely road, but it's the road of peace because it's real. He doesn't bend for attention. He doesn't act for validation. He does what's right, even if no one's watching. Once you accept that no one truly cares, you gain power, you gain focus, you gain freedom. You stop living for the crowd and start living for your code. So next time you feel unseen, ignored, or doubted, remember, that's your advantage, because while they talk, you build. While they scroll, you evolve. While they chase attention, you chase mastery. The Stoic truth is this: you don't need the world to care. You just need to care enough about yourself to keep going, because in the end, no one's applause will matter. Only your integrity will. And that's the kind of peace that no opinion can ever take away.